Hello YouTube, this is Jay Coder back with another stream, and now I'm going to go over the div tag in HTML. If you like these kind of tutorials, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, comment on this video. Without further ado, let's get started here. And so what you see here is I actually have the Visual Studio Code up here, and I'm going to go through different examples of div. The div tag element is used as a container for other HTML elements. The div element is by default a block element, meaning that it takes all the available width and comes with line breaks before and after. A div element takes up all available width. So here's an example of a div that I'm going to show you guys. So I have a title here, and then after my title I'm going to do an example here. Laurel Epsom div, I am a div, dollar set amit, and now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like here really quick. So for instance, this is what it looks like, and this is our div. And as you can see, our div is on a line by itself. And remember, a div always has a new line, and that's why everything is not on the same line. So everything in the div, I am a div, is on its own line there. The div element has no required attributes, but style, class, and ID are common. Div element is often used to group sections of web page together. So, for instance, I'll put this example here. We have this example, and in this example, we have everything inside the div, which we have the title and the text. And so let me go ahead and show you guys how that looks. So everything inside here is in our div. And the paragraph, with the paragraph, it will also give you a new line as well with the P tag. And also you can do universal styling for the div. So for instance, if I say this styling, first of all, I do have a style sheet over here, and I do have colors, certain color set here for the my CSS. However, I'm going to go ahead, for example purposes for this video, for this broadcast, I'm going to go ahead and put the style tag. And then inside the style tag, I'm going to put div with 300 margin auto. And so when I set it to that, let's see what that does. So when I set it like that, it puts it here on the screen. So that's with 300 and margin auto. And so if you have div element that is not 100% wide and you want to center it, you set the margin property to auto. And that essentially centered our div element there on the page. And here's another example. So this one, you can have many div containers on the same page. So we're going to go ahead and show that example here. So here we have different cities in Europe. And again, since we still have the special styling setting the margin to auto, we have it all of these centered here with each city. So that's how that looks with three divs. So we have three divs tags and the information for our city within the div, which we can organize our information neatly, like so. And there's a thing called float. The CSS float property was not normally meant to align the div element side by side, but has been used for this purpose for many years. The CSS float property is used for positioning and formatting content and allows elements to be positioned horizontally rather than vertically. So I'm going to go ahead and use float. I'm going to go ahead and do some styling here. So let's go ahead and get rid of this styling. And I'm going to have this styling here, which this is going to be having the my container there. And then we're going to set that to auto and set the width to 33% and float left. And so see the class equal say so here we have to have an outer div to set to my container in order to organize the divs in that way of being side by side each other, let me go ahead and put that there. And then this is going to be the ending div. Well, actually, they want me to put a starting div right here. And then we're going to actually have this end down here. So this is going to be everything inside my container, which I have set right here. So with 100% overflow auto, and then in here I have, so this one will be actually div dot my container, and this one will also be div dot my container, and so this is div my container, and all divs will be set to 33% width and float left. And let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. And then notice here how the divs are separated and on the same line because we introduced the float left there in order to have them aligned in this way, which is horizontally. And so I'm going to show you guys another example. And this one is how to use grid to align div elements side by side. So in order to use grid, we will have to do it like this. So so uh, so we're gonna have to put inside our style dot grid container, and so the display grid, the grid template columns 33%, 33%, 33%. And so we're going to have our example down here. I'm going to go ahead and delete what we had before here. Then I'm going to give you all the example I had. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. All right. So we put that example in here. And so we have align 3 div elements side by side. And then we have these 3 elements, which one is background color is going to be yellow, one background color is going to be this pink, and one background color is going to be kind of this green, light green. And it's cities again. And so this is how we arrange the divs to be side by side on a grid. And we're using the grid display this time. And this is how it looks. So remember how we set the background color of these divs. And also my CSS, I by default set the text to this purple color. So that's why the text is this purple color. But we have this yellow and pink and greenish square. And this is actually how you use grid to organize the divs horizontally like this. And it's kind of a clean way to organize sections of your website. And all right, I hope you guys learned something. I This is what I wanted to show you guys today about divs. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, and what will you guys use divs for in your website? Let me know. All right. Well, until next time, stay coding. Peace.